Good afternoon, everyone. It's SBG Active Aussie here. A few days ago, a subscriber of mine asked me if I could do a video in regard to Russell Coight, and I think he meant a type of like impersonation, but to be honest, I'm not really good at doing impersonations. By the way, Russell Coight is a character in the All Aussie Adventures, which I think is like a parody, a comedy in regard to people like Malcolm Douglas, or might be that guy who was on TV decades ago, LB Mangles, those guys who used to do the Outback shows here in Australia, very eccentric types of men. But this subscriber also asked me about drop bears, do like a Russell Coight sort of skit and in regard to drop bears. And just here in this forest, I don't even see any real koalas lately, let alone drop bears. And drop bears are like a type of Australian urban legend and hoax, like a type of carnivorous koala that drops out of the trees onto people in the bush and bites them. But obviously that's really just BS, because as most people, intelligent people would know, the koalas are herbivores, so they don't eat meat like many of the type of carnivore predators we have here in Australia. And Russell Coight is played by Glenn Robbins, who is quite a well-known comedian, I think especially within the like Melbourne type of comedy set. And he used to be a character, he was the character Cal in Kath and Kim, which is a show I really did not like. I think it's very cringe sort of Australian comedy, because I don't like Magda Sabansky. Gina Riley is okay, like back in the day of Full Frontal and Fast Forward back in 89 to about 91, 92. She was actually very funny in that, but that was the days before wokeness and PC. So I had those comedians like Peter Moon and Steve Vizard in Melbourne who were actually really funny guys, but those days are really long gone now. So you can sort of lament the days back in the 80s and early 90s where comedy was a lot more raw and actually was really funny. Now it just seems to be very watered down, and people are worried about taking offense, and probably the same sort of thing in the USA, UK, that sort of thing. I know for a fact these days, stuff like the Paul Hogan show that was around in the late 70s, early 80s, or stuff like Benny Hill, that would never be allowed nowadays. It just wouldn't happen. So, a little bit sad in a way, but I think it's good to look back on the old days sometimes, and you can still find these videos on various types of social media and just have a bit of a laugh. But in regard to real koalas, I've still been trying to find some, and I can't find any, so I might go down to the Daisy Hill Koala Centre tomorrow afternoon if I get time early before the traffic builds up coming back. And apparently that's really good, but it's school holiday, so there'll probably be a lot of mothers with their kids there. Just going to take a walk down here. I really love this rock formation, but if there was an earthquake right now, I'd be pretty fucked, obviously, because I think these boulders weigh at least 30 or 40 tons. But very, very old, very, very ancient. But I like to come around here. It's a good little walk, and it's not too far from home, so it's really convenient. But that's about all for now, and hopefully I can talk to you again soon, probably tomorrow. Take it easy. Cheers.